Buckle up. What up, what up? We're back with episode 4 of Travel Disasters. I'm here with my buddy, John Walter Stockwell. My name is Mary Kate Beck. We're just a couple of serial killers on the show today. We're going to be talking about some of his travels from his gaming days. That's pretty fucking weird. And one of his high school travels that went a little bit awry, but it's going to be juicy. I can't wait to hear all about it. If you have a travel disaster, why don't you go ahead and send it to me to our email? It's traveldisasterspodacast@gmail.com. And if you haven't already, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to this little baby? Just do it. Just hover your thumb over that button. Just press it. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your Tinder dates to subscribe. It's a good first date topic, you know? And while you're at it, why don't you leave me a little 5-star review? That would be amazing. I can't wait to read what you guys have to say. And if you haven't already, go ahead. Follow us on social media. We are Travel Disasters on literally everything. And are you guys ready? I'm so ready. Let's get ready for episode 4, John Walter Stockwell. Let's go. Baby, we're going on the trip from hell, where every flight is missed. They lose your luggage, and you're in the middle seat between a sumo wrestler and a screaming baby. Don't worry, I'm coming along for the ride. I'm Mary Kate Beck, and this is Travel Disasters.
I very much dislike furries. I don't. There's something very it's just
it's weird.
I think it's weird, but I think that it's kind of infantile and
yeah.
I think people like that do it because it's kind of a barrier to genuine interaction. So it's like a nice protective layer to being genuine. Yeah, no, exactly.
Are you a therapist? Wait, tell me about how we met at Lottie's.
I remember first time we met was actually, first time we met officially was at Shithole. I think you saw my set and we chatted after the show and just said hello and stuff. And then I saw you at Lottie's and you were very kind and you were like, do you want to have a beer? And I was like, yeah, nobody's ever asked me to have a beer in this city. This is so nice. I was like, come join me for a beer. And I was like, oh, okay.
I know. And I feel like people say that about me a lot. They're like, you're so nice. But it's I don't have expectations for people. Because I'm lonely as fuck at those mics too. And I'm just do you want to sit? I've been sitting here with my notebook, twiddling my thumbs for 3 hours. Please have a beer with me. I can't be alone with my thoughts anymore. And I just try to be nice as possible to people. I don't know.
Yeah.
And a human. I feel like everyone's every man for themselves and comedy and rah. It's so competitive, and I'm like, why can't we just be
I don't know. I feel like it's just everybody is an introvert and awkward and doesn't know how. Once you get past that layer of everybody's awkward here. It's not that they hate you. It's just everyone is weird. It's super easy to say hello and be nice.
Yeah.
But that was literally the barrier for me for the longest time. I was like, they fucking hate me.
Yes.
This person that doesn't want to talk to me. Oh my God, why did I just say that?
Yes.
Just
and then people will just walk away from you abruptly at open mics. And you're just what did I do? And
what did I do?
Yes. But it's no, they just have autism and can't hold a conversation. They're it's time for me to go now.
Oh my God.
No.
That
was mean.
No, that's 100%.
I mean, yeah.
That's very accurate.
You think that comedians are going to be these outgoing Chris Farley or Melissa McCarthy, just outgoing, nice. But those people are probably weird in real life too. But I think I had an expectation of comedians when I first started doing this and thought that I was going to have so many friends. I drank so much when I started doing comedy because I just felt so uncomfortable.
So alone and very much yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm kind of used to it. I'm I just get in, get out. I'm nice to people along the way, but.
Exactly. Once you get enough friends and just get past that barrier, it's we're all cool.
Yeah, and it is a lot of pressure when you're beginning to try to make friends, but it's so important to have a support system in comedy because like it's rough out there sometimes. So yeah, I mean, I just tried to make friends and be nice. And I remember I invited you to my St. Patrick's Day party because I found out that you lived like right by me.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, come to my St. Patrick's Day party. I'm having so many friends over. And then you came. You actually came, like by yourself. It was so nice.
Nobody invited me to any parties. Okay?
I know, and I knew that you were kind of new to the city, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
I think I was like a year in. I'm still just also a very awkward guy. Well, not awkward, but like I don't reach out to hang out with a lot of people.
and then I'm like, come hang out with me. I force people to be my friends.
That is
worked
so
out
nice.
For me.
It's worked out.
But now I like can't be alone because I'm like, it's a bad habit.
I like having, like, I don't know. I love having my friends that I get to know, and like, I mean, I've become really good friends with some people in the scene, and like, I don't know. I still really value my alone time though.
Yes.
But I don't know. So, I mean, I got with relation to the topic of this podcast, I have two stories that I brought for you. Which I feel like you might enjoy. I don't know. They'll give some insight
as to who is John Walter Stockwell.
Yeah, no. I think these are like one of them is like, I think literally the turning point in my life.
Wow.
And then the other one is just a fucking stupid story that with like a lot of weird context around it, I guess. Like, but how about you want to pick one? You want to hear? I think we should save the Fulker one for the end, I guess.
The what one?
The turning point.
Oh, the coming of age tale.
It's not so much. That makes it sound like I had sex. No. It's not a sex story.
It's a platonic travel disaster. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Whatever you want to do. If you want to like dangle the carrot, I'm down.
Yeah, let's make our viewers like really want to listen to the end. We're saving the very best part for the end of the podcast.
Let's do it.
All right. So
paint me this picture. Set the scene. Where are we? What year is it?
First story is I'm about 20 years old. And
you're traveling?
And I'm traveling. Yeah. So like when I had gotten out of high school, I was playing like video games competitively, like 40.
For money?
Yes, for money. I was playing video games competitively. Like
this does not surprise me because the second you walked into this podcast studio, you're like, this looks like a Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my God.
Legitimately.
Like, I would play hardcore Dungeons and Dragons. Like, oh my God. So I'm not surprised that you're a gamer.
Like, it's not even like, I wasn't even just, like, I was a super gamer.
Oh my God.
Like, I was the gamer of the gamers.
What games, though?
I played Team Fortress 2 primarily, which was a...
Aaron's nodding. I'm like, what the fuck is that, you nerds?
So, I mean, it's by Valve Software. It's on Steam, and it is a multiplayer online shooter.
Oh my God.
So I played this game competitively, and I played it since like 2007.
While simultaneously going to school, or were you like, fuck school, I'm going to be a millionaire gamer, and I'm only going to eat Tostitos pizza rolls and play video games?
Well, so all of that is already something I do, minus the millionaire, minus the I can't remember what else you said, but I basically only eat Totino's pizza rolls.
They're delicious.
And play video games. But well, I've actually cut back a lot lately. But no, like literally, I was playing like video games for 60 hours a week.
Holy shit.
Like, it was a full-time job. I was practicing with players.
And you weren't going to school, right?
No, I was going to school.
Oh, my God.
I was going to community college because I was a stupid dummy that got a 2.9 GPA in high school.
So you're fucking gaming all night and you were falling asleep in class.
No, well, actually,
I'm worried about you. Mama Mary Kate's coming out where I'm like, shame on you.
What are you doing? No, I'm great now. I mean, I'm fucking...
Yeah, you have like a great job now.
Yeah.
You smarty pants.
It's worked out somehow.
Lord knows. Okay, so you're 20 years old. You're playing video games competitively.
And I am basically, at this point, I've gone to my first LAN tournament. LAN stands for Local Area Network. Tournament stands for tournament. And that's, so like my first LAN tournament was when I was 18 after I graduated high school, and it was in New Jersey. This tournament was in Montreal, Quebec. Which is in Canada. They kind of speak French, as it's been described to me by a French Canadian.
They have their own dialect.
No, like literally, it's like
redneck French.
Yeah, it's redneck French with like "Je suis cool, dude."
Je m'appelle John.
I had driven up there with two friends who I knew from playing video games online.
Where's home for you? How long is this drive?
This was in Pennsylvania, so this was I want to say a 12-hour drive.
Oh, boy.
It might have been less. It might have been 8 hours. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I used to do the drive to Boston, and I think that was 8 hours. So this might have been like 10.
Okay.
It fucking sucked.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. I'd be like a pretzel in the backseat. I fucking hate road trips.
One of the two dudes that I drove up there with, he's actually he's a pro gamer now. His name's Harblue. If you look him up on Twitter, he has a shit ton of followers, and he's like a pro in Overwatch. But yeah, so I went up to Montreal with these guys. I crossed the border, and
it's so dramatic. I crossed the border.
Crossed
like
the
it's so hard.
I'm there at the tournament for like a day.
I hate how you say tournament too.
Tournament? What?
It's tournament.
Tournament?
Tournament.
Tournament. The tournament. There was
it's medieval times.
Yes.
Okay.
The tournament. Like
I can't.
We played for ladies and their grace.
And sacks of gold.
And sacks of golden guineas. We played for land. When we won, we killed our enemies.
Oh, my God. Okay, so you're at the tournament.
So at the tournament, I'm there for a day. Literally, when you go to these things, it's just computers, desktop computers lined up in rows, and like some dudes like shouting on a stage about shit.
And like a headset?
With everybody's shouting. And like, I personally, every tournament I've gone to, I love shouting across the room. I will
you're just like that dick, like,
oh yes,
like Dylan, do you have your
no like,
or just like, are you shit talking people?
I shit talk.
Wow.
I am. I'll tell you that I am very polite and like I shit talk.
I'm so shocked by this
for the fun of shit talking.
Like what?
Like bye. Like if you kill somebody and you're just like yell across the room like. That's
great.
If you look at my Twitter, there's I have a
what's your handle? Plug it.
John Boulder.
Oh.
So my in-game name for most games is Boulder. So like that's I've always gone by Boulder.
You're gonna get like so many people requesting to play with you after this. I'm like,
well, I haven't been playing many games lately, but like except for Smash, I've been playing a lot of Smash.
So on your Twitter, you have what?
I have a screen cap of like, so like we were playing Counter-Strike and I was screaming. And in the in-game chat, one of the guys wrote, "It's 16-0, stop yelling." Because we were just destroying these guys and still yelling at them.
We fucking get it, you dicks. Oh my God, you're so mean. You're going to be like a bad... like mean dad, but like you're gonna force your kids to like play video games and like harass them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be you're
not gonna be like the T-ball dad who's like,
you're gonna play video games and you're gonna fucking like it.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking good.
You're gonna be no son of mine's gonna be bad at Counter-Strike.
Oh my God. So you're at the stadium, or is this like an auditorium?
Oh, so it was at the this was ETS LAN. It's
but
École de Technologie Supérieure.
Paint the picture. I'm picturing like a classroom or like
it's a
and you said
university
it's a stage. Oh, okay.
So like it's not a stage necessarily. It's just basically a big empty cafeteria, basically sized room where they have tables that are lined up in big rows.
Gotcha.
With like 100 computers on each side of the tables, basically like facing each other. And it's just like, maybe this was like maybe a 300 person LAN. It wasn't a huge one.
What? That sounds huge to me.
There's LANs. There's a LAN in Texas where they have like 10,000 people.
Holy shit.
I think that's what is that?
That scares me.
Yeah, gamers are
Terrifying.
a blight.
Oh.
Actually, no, JK, we're really oppressed.
Yeah.
Gamers are oppressed, and I'm here to shine light on that.
Yeah, wow. This is not Travel Disasters. This is Gamers Anonymous.
So I'm here for a day, and I wake up. I basically slept on the floor because, like, it's like a camping trip. Like, you just go, you sleep on the floor, you game all day, game all night, sleep.
I hate you so much. Like, I'm not going to be friends with you after this. I'm cutting you out of my life.
There are pictures of me, too, with like...
Please send them. Send us your pictures, and we will post them on our Instagram. Sonal's going to send us photos from her, like, crash.
Oh, my God.
Please send me pictures of you sleeping on the floor at a LAN.
Oh, I have a video of it, actually, from the first LAN I went to, where some guy's spooning me as he...
Oh, yeah.
So
I need to see that beautiful cinematography.
So... a guy walks up to me who's part of the staff at the place as I'm sitting, I'm sitting down and he's like in my area and he's like, is anyone over here named Boulder? Or does anybody, no. What did he say? He said, does anybody over here drive a Nissan Versa with Pennsylvania plates? Anybody over here? And like he basically comes over to me and I'm like, yeah, that's mine. That's my car.
We're like, Bessie, my Versa?
I fucking hated that Versa. That Versa was a piece of crap.
I always, you're 20 years old. Are you going to have a Corvette?
No, my first car was a 4Runner, and I loved that car. Oh,
yeah. Toyotas last forever.
Ugh. That Nissan Versa lasted for 50,000 miles.
Oh, that's a tough transition.
It was a piece of crap.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so he tells me, like, somebody broke into my fucking car in Montreal.
It's supposed to be so nice in Canada.
I know.
Thieves.
They took, I had a stupid, crappy TomTom GPS in the window. And that's like what they saw, and they're like, ooh,
gotta have it.
That's an easy $10.
Yeah, at the local pawn shop.
Literally.
What do thieves do?
Like this was like when smartphones were the norm already.
Yeah.
Like it was maybe 2012 or 2013 or something when this happened, and like this dude fucking just he smashed my window and took the shit. So the tournament staff was like obviously super nice and helpful, and like they made it all better by giving me computer parts.
That's the dorkiest fucking compensation.
They gave me a bunch of shit that was like maybe like $400 worth of computer parts. The window was like $500 to replace.
So what did you do? Pawn that shit so you could...
No, I used it, and then my mommy paid for the window of the car.
Of course,
it was under warranty though, so she got really pissed. After the fact.
Yeah.
But so that's not the worst part of the story. The worst part was covering my window in plastic and having to drive 10 hours home with that shit going 60 miles an hour.
And yeah.
Like, this was in the dead of winter, too.
Oh, no.
So it's freezing cold out. It's really loud.
How many people are in this car?
It's me, Hard Blue, and his buddy. So, like, 3 people.
Hard Blue?
Hard Blue. HARBLEU.
Oh. What is that?
I don't know. I have no idea how he came up with it.
He's like a gamer friend. I don't know.
He's a gamer.
Oh, my God. So you're in this car. You couldn't get it replaced in Canada? Or no, because you have to bring it back to the dealer because it's warranty?
Yeah, I had to. Well, so I had to do it. I didn't have enough money to pay for it in Canada. Like
you did with those computer parts, but you refused to sell. You're like, these are more valuable than Windows.
I was like such a fucking I needed like computer parts, you know? Like my computer was shit. I had a dog shit computer.
And you're like, I could just take it apart and rebuild it with these. You're nuts.
Hard Blue. So what's even funnier is Hard Blue was at the time much better than I was at this game. And he sort of single-handedly was more responsible for the placement that we got in the tournament. We got like second place or something like that. We did pretty well.
He couldn't buy you a window with his winnings?
Well, so he got they gave us a computer component, which was maybe like $50. And like he basically he gave it to me, but like almost didn't.
Oh my God.
Like it was so clear that he wanted it and was like, I deserve this so much more than you do. But you know, your car was broken in.
I carried you.
No, exactly. 100%.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so funny.
I know a story of this one dude, similar scenario.
People are just smashing cars at land.
No. Similar scenario where he carried a bunch of guys at a tournament. And this was a really big tournament. And he broke into their room. So he broke into his teammate's room.
Holy shit.
To steal this cup that they got.
Like the trophy?
Yeah, the trophy that they got. Because he felt like he deserved it.
Oh my God. What are you, O.J. Simpson? You're like, that was my football.
No,
like,
exactly.
It's like, what?
There's like a video online of him getting confronted and stuff.
Holy shit.
And like he's just like saying like, I deserved it.
And like his awkward ass, like,
dude.
Oh my God, that's so terrible.
It's so juicy.
That's great. Yes, I need to look that up.
Well, it's you have to know the context. I've been debating actually like taking all the context of it and like making a presentation out of it and like telling it as a story somewhere because like it's a piece of history that nobody knows.
No one needs to know it.
Exactly.
Like, please.
It's just such juicy, funny gossip.
It's just like your niche that you're like, this is fucking great. You're such a weirdo. I love it. So that's travel story
number one. Number two, I remember it very vividly. I've not told too many people about this because I mean, at the time.
You're like, I've told you and my diary. I'm so excited.
I was 17.
Oh, sweet 17.
And I was in California with my parents. I went to California. My parents brought us out there. We were visiting my sister who was living out there. She's in the Marines. She was at Fort Ord. But
that's fucking fascinating. What?
Yeah. Long story.
We don't have to get into it.
We don't have to get into that. But she, basically, this is the point where like cell phones are literally. This was like maybe my second cell phone.
You had like a brick Nokia.
It was like a brick. It was a flip phone, I think.
Yeah, you're playing Snake all over the place.
Exactly. It had fucking Snake.
Yeah,
it had Tetris.
Yes.
It had a really dope ringtone, which was like doot, 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 doot. It was fucking awesome. Like Crazy Frog ringtone, all up in that bitch.
Yeah.
And so we had basically my mom had asked me to ask my best friend at the time, Rob. I won't say his last name.
We'll conceal his identity.
Rob, she asked me to ask Rob to water the plants in our house.
While you're gone.
While we were gone.
Gotcha.
So I gave him the garage code. And he came in, watered the plants, and he texts me. He's like, "Hey, is it cool if like I invite my girlfriend over, and just like it'll just be me and her and
we'll
shit.
Heavy pet on the couch.
They'll probably fucking grind real hard, dry hump, like all over that place,
denim on." Oh, gross.
And like, obviously, I'm like, he's my best friend. I don't care. You're whatever.
Like, go for it. Dude, get some, Rob.
Get that pussy, dude.
Yeah, but take care of the plants
first. So stupid.
You're a good friend.
So he does that. And then he's like, yo, and he texted me and he's like, yo, is it cool if I like invite like a couple friends over so we can just chill?
Whoa, dude.
And like, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That's no big deal.
You're so naive. Dave?
Like, I mean, he's my best friend. Like, we literally, like, we
Like, why would Rob fuck me over?
Why would Rob fuck me over? Like we skated together and all this shit, and like we went to North Carolina together a while ago.
He's your boy. He's my boy.
He's my fucking dog.
Yeah.
My brother gets a phone call from his friend who lived behind our house. He lived in the cul-de-sac, like back behind our house. His name is Bobby. Bobby was a piece of shit.
He sounds like a piece of shit.
I mean, me and my brother had really shitty friends. Like, I think that's just the long and the short of it. They were all into drugs and stuff, and like kept getting arrested and shit. Like, just like, I don't know. Excuse me. Not that drugs are a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad.
He's like talking to the general public. He's like, I'm cool.
I feel like I'm talking. It sounds like drugs aren't that bad, but
like a dad.
People that are, I don't know, teens that do drugs are usually
17-year-olds
shitheads.
should not have them in their hands.
He calls my brother and he's like, it's like, what?
Project X or whatever the fuck that movie was. Oh,
it's late. He calls my brother and he's like, dude, there's a shit ton of cars parked at your house right now. We just came in, and people are throwing a party in your fucking house right now.
Oh my God.
Is it cool if we also throw a party in your house?
Oh my God.
And my brother's like, yeah, that's cool.
Oh my God. What? Like, you guys are animals. And I'm like, I thought he was going to be like, no, get these fuckers out of my house.
I am obviously freaking the fuck out. I'm like, what? Why the fuck? Why would they? And I'm like texting Rob and shit.
You're like,
I'm
get
furious.
The fuck out.
Dude, I'm like, what?
I'm taking you out of my MySpace top 8.
Oh, that boy was like easily down to like number 6.
Yeah.
You know, I left him in the top 8 though.
Oh, you're a good friend. But what the fuck?
So he throws a party.
Your brother is
My
what?
brother was a dipshit.
Yeah, that's
I love my brother. Ben, I love you. You're awesome. We were both dummies. So Rob throws a party. The other guy, Bobby, throws a party. And you know, they're like, we obviously text the shit out of them. We're like, you know, it's cool
and
if you.
It's 15 cents a text back then, probably.
Oh, was it? I feel like maybe we were doing phone calls. I can't remember.
Okay, so you guys are back and forth. You're like freaking the fuck out.
We might have actually been phone calling each other instead of texting because texting costed money.
Yes.
But so what happens is Bobby throws his party too. And we're texting or like telling them back and forth, like, yeah, dude, it's fine if you throw a party. Just you have to make sure the house does not like look like a high school of kids threw a party in it. Okay,
yeah,
you have to clean the apartment.
Like pine saw the shit out of it and like straighten the picture frames when they're done.
Yeah, of course. We're like, these guys, we trust these guys, and they're like, and Mike, Bobby's brother, is like, yeah, man, it's we got it looking pretty good. It's looking real good.
I'm so nervous. Men's standards of cleanliness is so different.
I think the wording that Mike used was, it looks as good as it looked when we last saw it.
Famous last words, please. Okay.
Or when we first saw it.
Yeah.
So we're in the car driving home from Philadelphia.
Are you just panicking?
My
the whole
dad.
time?
So my dad is not in the car with us. He stayed in California with my sister
Thank
for
God,
a couple
your
more
dad
days.
Sounds terrifying.
If my dad was there, I think we would have died.
Mr. Stockwell would have
Mr. Stockwell, Tom Stockwell.
Yes.
My mom, however, was with us, and I feel like she was maybe just as bad. But so like we're driving home. We're maybe like 10 minutes from my house. And my parents at this point, no fucking clue.
Oh my God. Bless their hearts.
They have not had any inkling to what they are about to come home to. And I am like, I'm not conniving. I'm an idiot. So I'm like, yeah, Ma, like some stuff might have happened while we were gone. I don't really know anything about it, but, and she's like, what are you talking about? And like, I vaguely elaborate a little bit more. We get into the house and it is a fucking tornado.
Oh no.
They drank all of the alcohol that was in our house.
No.
There's shit on the floor. Not literal shit, but just bunch of shit on the floor.
Cans? Like what's on the floor?
Like it's like clear that they spilled beer.
Yeah. It's like movie theater sticky. Like,
it's like sticky and shit. And there's every surface is sticky. Like they clearly didn't wipe anything down. There's like flies in the house.
What?
It's so clear that somebody left the doors open and was like letting flies and shit in the house
to like air it out. Probably you're like, oh god.
Somebody tried making brownies in the oven.
Oh my, the messiest dessert.
And they just got shit all over the oven.
Oh my god.
It was clear that all the beds had been slept in.
Oh my god.
Like it was just the worst.
And probably like everyone was fondling in those beds. Like, oh god.
Oh yeah, grind them real hard.
Yes, ew.
My mom goes walking with me and my brother through the entire house.
Look at this.
Screaming. No, not just like look at what top of her lungs screaming about how mad she is. And I am it destroyed me.
Oh my god. You're like sweating right now talking about this.
So
you're like
I know
emotionally distraught.
Not only because I opened up in the car.
You were less at fault?
I was the one that took all of the blame.
Oh my god.
For everything. I did not fucking rat my brother out, who to this day has not told my mom that his buddy also had a party in our house.
I'm dying. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not a rat.
And
like, oh my god.
Literally for the remainder of the years that we were in that house until we moved out, my mom would not stop fucking telling us about how there are like any mark on the floor, on a wall. They're like, it's probably because of that fucking party. Somebody probably did this during the fucking party.
Anytime like someone comes over or it's like your mom's friend, she's like, sorry about the mess, Nancy. The kids had a rager 3 years ago. And we're still cleaning up after the mess. Like, oh my God, that's amazing.
My mom's from Chicago too. So like she's very Polish and she's like Polish Lithuanian.
Yeah.
And she has a thick Chicago accent. Like it's like Northeast. Or sorry, like a Great Lakes accent. So she, like my girlfriend Rebecca always makes fun of her because, she doesn't actually like make fun of her, but she always talks about her voice.
Impersonates her.
She impersonates her, the Chicago, the long,
Oh, the vowels.
Yeah, the vowels, like they get real long and she's it's kind of mixed in there and she says, toodles. Yeah. Like she always says that and...
Oh my God. Wait, so how long were you like ground? Like what were the repercussions of this?
Repercussions were I could not play video games for a month. I had literally at that time just built my first computer, my first desktop computer, because at my high school had a class where we could do that. And I was...
You built the computer instead of playing video games?
I built the computer and I had just gotten it. So
so that was upsetting for you.
It was destructive. Yeah. I had a character, it was a shaman on WoW. And I wanted to level him, but I couldn't. This was like when the highest level you could get, I think, was like 60 in WoW still. Rob Babeski, oh fuck.
We're keeping it.
That's fine. Whatever.
Rob.
I think that's actually pretty funny. That's funny that I let it slip.
That's amazing.
He was not allowed to set foot in our house.
Oh my God.
Ever again.
He's exiled.
Rob tried to make it up to me by letting me, the next time he and his family went off on vacation, he told me and his other buddy that we could come over. and just chill in his house and do shit. And I was like, no, that's fucking stupid.
Yes.
I don't want to do that.
A terrible idea.
And his buddy did, and his neighbors called the cops on
Immediately,
them.
yeah.
What should have happened at my place?
Yes.
Our fucking neighbors didn't help us. And then I basically from there on out just kind of stopped hanging out with all the people that I was hanging out with in high school. Because like I felt betrayed and I sort of closed
they ruined
in.
your life, and your mom doesn't trust you anymore. Like that's terrible.
She trusts me. I'm a good boy.
You are a good boy. You fessed up in the car like a little bitch.
I didn't totally fess up. I just thought I could like smooth things over slightly somehow.
Lessen the blow.
Like,
oh my God. So epic. Oh my God. That's like the best disaster to date. I was weeping. I'm in stitches still over this story.
I even
this
talked my mom out of telling Rob's mom what he did. So he got off scot-free.
What?
Bob got off scot-free. I ate a big old plate of shit.
Yes.
But I mean, I punished them myself.
You're going to lose a spelling bee now because you didn't do well in Latin.
Yeah.
Poor thing. It's fine.
Canis estin via. Canis estin via. That means dog is, I don't even think, dog is in the street. That's the one thing I gleaned from that class. Yeah.
So what's next?
That's
so what's next for John Walter Stockwell? This was so great.
I've been doing a lot of Instagram content lately. You can find me on Instagram at Stocklet, Stocklet. I mostly post like slice of life stuff. If you're familiar with like slice of life anime, it's kind of like that.
Oh God.
I'm a memer, you know. I like memes. I'm a gamer. I like games.
You're producing a couple of shows.
Well, so I'm producing Hidden Comedy.
Yeah.
Hidden Comedy's on hiatus right now, though.
Oh, sorry.
Sonal was actually a part of one of the producers there too with us, but the bar closed, so we got to get our rears in gear and pick that back up.
Yeah.
That's Fridays at Hidden Shamrock. I'm going to be taking a trip.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Where to?
To Philadelphia to my buddy's wedding. Yeah, you thought I was going to do an entertainment thing, but no.
You're like, I have friends and life outside of comedy. I'm what does that feel like?
I'll probably be doing shows in Philly if I can get,
do it. Post in the years like, I'm going to Philly for a weekend. Any recommendations?
Well, I know some people in Philly, but not too many. So
that's the best when people are like, I'm going to Florida to visit my grandparents. Any good shows? I'm like, put a sock in it. Okay?
I've been
hang
trying
out with your
to
grandparents.
do that. Yeah, no, hang out with your
Yeah, enjoy the wedding.
Hang out.
Yeah, like don't zip it, lock it up for a weekend. Just turn it off if you can. It'll be fine.
I can't be turned off.
I know.
I'm always turned on.
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Well, I love that it ended on that note. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. This was a
so
delight.
Great. Yeah.
I've never told that story before, and I feel like maybe I should tell it on stage now. It'd be fun.
I'm honored. This was lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wait, can we end this like how do they do that on NPR? They're like, well, nope, it's lost. Okay, bye.